Hey everyone, it's JG here with Earth-5D Ascension School, back for another teaching. I'm so glad you guys are here with me today. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, today we're going to talk about love, okay? And I'm going to title this video something about why we came to Earth, or why relationships are so important and why divine union is so important. And it all goes back to being in a place where we're able to love, okay? And on Earth, we've had a hell of a time, right? With love. Most of us have suffered through a lot of heartache, and a lot of us are very afraid to open our hearts, very afraid to open up to people. So we keep big walls around ourselves, right? Because it's like we've been hurt so many times that it's like, it's overwhelming. When we're little, we generally go into love with like high hopes, right? And we're like, we fall deeply in love, and we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. We allow ourselves to experience the thrill of sharing oneself with another person. And I've noticed though, as time goes by, the older we get, there's a tendency to become more jaded because you've just been hurt so many times. But I want to reiterate the fact today that no matter how much suffering you've been through in love, the reason to be here on Earth is to love, okay? It's to love and be loved, starting with yourself. You've heard me talk about the Hermetic Principles. There's 7 of them from Hermes Trismegistus. He was a teacher in, I think it was Greece, and I'm not sure the exact date, but maybe I'll research it and list it here. So, regardless, there's a lot of writings that we found of his, and he taught these 7 Hermetic Principles. And the first one is that everything is mind. And another one is that as within, so without. As above, so below, right? In the higher dimensions, so in the lower dimensions. And as the universe, so the soul, okay? And what does that mean? It means that the love that we have within for self, as within, so without, the love that we have for ourselves, it needs to start first, and then we can experience someone else's love, okay? Because if someone, I've seen it so many times, I've seen it inside of myself and countless others, is that when someone is trying to love us and we don't love ourselves, we do not recognize their love, because everything starts within us. And so you could have a very loving partner, or you could have someone who's innocently trying to love you, but if you don't love yourself, then it's very, very difficult to also experience love coming from others. So it's the exact opposite of what we're taught in Hollywood. It's the exact opposite of what we were taught through fairy tales, right? Basically, guys, the gist of it is, the long and short of it is that the love that we create within, and the love that we create all around us based on our inner love, will be mirrored back to us through other people. And this is difficult to embrace sometimes because everything is so material out there, right? Everything just seems so physical and so real, but actually everything is energy. So what am I getting at? So if the secret to the universe is love, and you want to be loved by others, because we came to Earth, right? We came to Earth wanting to have a physical experience. So many times, in spiritual communities, we're looking to leave our body. Like, let's get out of this body, right? But that's not why you're here. There's plenty of places to go where you don't need a physical body. So your body is very valuable to you. And so that's why it's so fun to experience humanity. That's why it's so fun to experience the physical feelings of being in love, and your heart racing, and everything that goes along with that, intimacy, right, with another person. So when it comes to loving others, big part of being here, right? And it's not, I know we're talking about romantic love today, but it's the same experience with like children or parents or friends and family, right? The love that you experience with them begins with yourself. If you want to love and be in love with another person, one way that you can love yourself. And I feel like this is the main way to love yourself. You could go to the spa, you could send yourself flowers, all that stuff. But to really love self and to cultivate love within oneself, you're going to want to have a positive image of yourself. Like so many times we have this self-hate thing going on. It's so hidden, but it's like this hidden self-hate, and it's like rampant, right? Self-hate, self-denial, and self-sabotage. So we want to get out of those. We want to get out of the captivity of those dynamics and into the freedom of self-love. And we can start that with beliefs. So we want to tell ourselves these beautiful things about ourselves instead of the terrible things that we tell ourselves, right? Like if you think about it, you're probably taking your cues outside of you. Like someone tells you like this, and then you're like, oh, I guess I'm that. Okay. We need to start taking the cues from within ourselves and creating beliefs that are healthy and loving. I love myself. I'm cherished. I'm wanted. I'm chosen. I'm adored. I'm lovable. I'm worthy. Okay. I am forgiven. I'm accepted. So you want to begin telling yourself this religiously over and over and over again, because we're basically trying to cancel out and clear all of the negative things that you've said about yourself and that you've heard from other people who are in the darkness. Okay, a lot of dark energies, and our parents picked it up, our siblings picked it up, and our teachers picked it up. So we're coming from a place, I'm getting distracted, sorry. We're coming from a place mostly where we've heard negative things about ourselves or limited things about ourselves. And so we want to begin to rewrite that story. All right. And that is how you love yourself, because when you're wanted, cherished, adored, that love just gets mirrored back to you. You're telling yourself that you are loved and lovable, and that love comes back to you through the form of another person who's mirroring you. All right. So, Neville Goddard talks about this, and everyone is you pushed out. It's confusing for people to understand because it's hard to see how spiritually that would all work. Because it's like, then we get into questions of, but don't people have free will? And my answer to that is that modern physics has already proven that everything already exists. So there's there's thousands and infinite forms of how any relationship can play out. And you're just simply aligning to the one that serves you the best, that helps you meet your needs and be happy. Okay, so start with yourself. Tell yourself loving, beautiful thoughts, guys. Begin to love yourself so others can also love you. As within, so without. As above, so below. As the universe, so the soul. Okay, from Hermes Trismegistus. All right, so happy loving. Make sure that you are focusing on loving yourself. Focus on building that beautiful self-talk. And if you need help with your own spiritual journey, feel free to hit me up. All the information is linked down below in the description box. I love you guys, sending you so much love and light. Bye for now.